at 9.
A very good evening and welcome. This is Primetime News at 9 on FTV Sports and Shakti TV. I'm Ramesh Rugal Bandara.
I'm Stephanie Ladras. Before we go into your stories in detail, let's take a look at the headlines.
Headlines on Newsfirst at 9.
Southern and Western Provincial Councils dissolved. Court grants bail to a suspect who entered MP Mangala Samaravira's house. President appoints Hirunika Premachanda as co-organizer for Central Colombo. Qualifying rounds of Super Fighter begin.
News First at 9.
On to our top story tonight. The United National Party convened a media briefing in Colombo today.
Speaking at this media briefing, UNP parliamentarian Mangala Samaravira expressed these views regarding the media.
In truth, there is no media institution at all that will express the views that we in the opposition hold as intended. But this has not made us less courageous. We have some level of cooperation from some media institutions. I will not say no, but at decisive moments, we don't expect their cooperation. That is not your fault. It is because of the extent of terror. As an example, I can tell you that other than the Maharaja Mudalali's media, all other media institutions give us what support they can. Well, an individual who was in remand custody for allegedly entering parliamentarian Mangala Samaravira's residence and stealing a laptop and several bottles of imported liquor was released on bail today by the Panadura Magistrates Court.
When the suspect was produced before court today, President's counsel Hemantha Varnakula Surya, who filed the bail application for the suspect, informed court that the laptop had been presented to his client as a gift from Mangala Samaravira and that his client was sexually intimate with the parliamentarian.
The suspect, who was arrested for allegedly entering the residence of parliamentarian Mangala Samaravira and stealing a laptop and several bottles of imported liquor, was presented before the Panadura Magistrates Court once again today. President's counsel Hemantha Varnakula Surya, who appeared on behalf of the suspect, noted that his client had pawned the laptop, which was given to him by Mangala Samaravira as he was facing financial difficulties, adding that Mangala Samaravira had known that his client had pawned the laptop. The President's counsel explained to court that the suspect had been arrested on false charges and urged court to grant bail. Panadura Magistrate Ruchira Valivatta thereby granted bail to the suspect under two sureties of 25,000 rupees each and a cash bail of 50,000 rupees. The suspect's wife gave a lengthy affidavit on the relationship between her husband and Samaravira. Court then ordered the Kesalvatha police to conduct a thorough investigation.
My
husband wasn't even home to consume milk rice on the 1st of January. At around 2 p.m. his father informed me that he had been arrested by the Kesalvatha police. I left my child at home and ran to the police station. A senior officer asked if he was my husband. I said yes. He asked me whether I knew what he had committed. I replied by saying that I did not know anything and that he left the house saying that he was going to Mangala Samaravira's residence. Later, he showed me a newspaper with a headline that read, "Thieves break into Mangala's residence." He asked me if my husband brought back any items saying that they were from Mangala Samaravira. I said that he brought home a laptop about a month ago and had pawned it on the 19th. I even called Mangala Samaravira and asked if this was true. He said that he had given away the laptop that they had been using at home. When the laptop was about to be pawned, he instructed me to format the contents of the laptop and then hand it over to the pawn shop. Now he is charging that this laptop was stolen. I know this is a lie. He cannot stop my husband from coming into his house directly, so he filed a fake complaint that burglars broke into his house and that they had even stolen some bottles of alcohol. Those bottles had been brought for a party that was held on the 25th. My husband has a separate room at Mangala Samarveera's house, and he has also a separate set of things that he uses. They had known each other even before we got married. There's a hotel in Mount Lavinia where they hold gay parties. These parties are restricted to homosexuals. Boys go there as couples. My husband had gone there when he was young. It was during one of these parties that Mangala Samarveera met him and given his telephone number. All of our neighbors are aware that Mangala Samarveera has visited our house and our neighboring houses on a number of occasions. I filed a complaint with the Mount Lavinia police because I wanted this to stop. However, they did not take it down as they were afraid that it would affect their jobs. They said they cannot note down such complaints. All I want is justice. I want to save my husband from this individual.
President's counsel Hemantha Varnakulu Surya, who appeared on behalf of the suspect, noted that if the Kesalvatha police does not conduct a thorough investigation with regard to the incident and the affidavit, steps would be taken to lodge a complaint with the Criminal Investigations Department. I informed court about the long-standing relationship between my client and the complainant. I filed an affidavit given by the suspect's wife before court as well. The individual who claimed that the laptop was stolen accepted in court that the laptop had been given away 2 weeks ago. Photographs of Mangala Samarveera, my client, and another individual, which date back nearly a month, are in the laptop. According to the sworn statement, he had been given the laptop and a request was also made to delete the data. It also notes that he was instructed to pawn the device when he was facing a financial difficulty. I requested court to call on the police to launch investigations into the sworn statement. I also made it clear that if the police fail in their task of investigating the issue, we hope to file a complaint with the Criminal Investigations Department.
UNP activists know that it is impossible to steer the party and the party faithfuls to victory by giving away positions within the United National Party to outsiders.
Now they point out that a majority of the individuals appointed by Ranil Wickremesinghe to the UNP Leadership Council are outsiders, individuals who left the party and individuals with relatively no voter base.
Opposition leader of the Devanura Pradeshya Sabha, Tushar Vijaysurya, points out that Mangala Samarveera, who held many portfolios under the PA and UPFA governments and constantly worked to defeat the UNP, has been given a position in the UNP Leadership Council. He points out that although Mangala Samarveera contested under the UNP and came in second from the Mathura district, it was Ranil Wickremesinghe who presented him with the positions in the UNP Working Committee, Leadership Council, and also named him the head of the Communication Brigade. Tushara Vijaysurya questions why Ranil Wickremesinghe has granted these positions and the power to steer the party to Mangala Samarveera when there are senior leaders in the party who have considerable voter bases. What has happened to the UNP today is that while there are numerous leaders in the party, those who have come from outside have been allowed to run the party. Mangala Samarveera, who came in second in the Mathura district, is an MP who came to our party from another one. He is the head of the Communications Brigade. He is the head of the Leadership Council. He is also a member of the Working Committee. For whose want has he been appointed? This has been done as per the prerogative of Ranil Wickremesinghe. Can people like this take the party forward? Those who came in first have been sidelined. Outsiders are ruling the party. There is a folk saying that birds of a feather flock together. Our party supporters have now understood what Ranil Wickremesinghe is trying to do.
On our developing story tonight, Additional Elections Commissioner RMA Ratnayaka says that the announcement calling for nominations for the Southern and Western Provincial Council elections will be issued within this week.
The tenure of the Southern and Western Provincial Councils came to an end at midnight yesterday as the councils were dissolved.
The Western Provincial Council, whose tenure was to expire in May this year, comprises of 104 councillors. At the last election, the UPFA claimed 68 seats, the UNP claimed 30 seats, the JVP won 3 seats, while the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress and United Democratic Alliance won 2 and 1 seats respectively. At the 2009 elections, the UPFA received 1,506,115 votes, or 64.73% of the vote. The UNP received 688,253 votes, or 29.58% of the vote. The JVP received 56,384 votes, or 2.42%. The Sri Lanka Muslim Congress received 2.12%, or 49,388 votes. The United Democratic Alliance received 11,970 votes, or 0.51%. Who will claim victory in the Western Provincial Council this year? The Southern Provincial Council, whose tenure was to conclude in October, comprises of 55 councillors. At the previous election, the UPFA won 38 seats, while the UNP won 14. The JVP claimed 3 seats. At the last election, the UPFA received 804,071 votes, or 67.88% of the vote. The UNP received 25.09%, or 297,180 votes. The JVP won 6.11% of the vote, or 72,379 votes. Who will claim victory in the Southern Provincial Council this year? Accepting of nominations for the 2 provincial council elections will open 14 days after an announcement is made calling for nominations. The Elections Commissioner is scheduled to call for nominations for the elections within 7 days of the dissolution of the provincial councils.
Hirunika Premachandra received a letter of appointment as the SLFP co-organizer of Central Colombo from President Mahinda Rajapaksa today. A group including SLFP's Central Colombo Chief Organizer, Senior Minister A.H.M. Fauzi were present at the event held at Temple Trees today.